y'all, it's Chloe. We're back with another video. Y'all, the Ultimatum is back, and they had the nerve to drop 8 episodes at once. I'm sitting here like, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do this? So within the next 2 days, you'll have all 8 episodes, okay? And then we'll be back next week to get into some things when it comes to the Ultimatum. But let me tell you, I've watched episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so far, I'm not gonna hold you, it's giving what it's supposed to give, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into it. But before we do, I need you guys to do me a favor, sit back, relax, watch the video on through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? So the Ultimatum season 2, episode 1, marry or move on. So as you know, when we meet the couples, one person in a relationship has decided that they want to get married, okay? And the other person is not meeting them there. So they're giving them an ultimatum. Either marry me or it's over. Now, y'all, I'm not really one to do ultimatums, okay? Either you with it or you're not. That's just how I go. So we meet Antonio and Roxanne, okay? They've been together for 4 years. Antonio is giving Roxanne an ultimatum because she don't want to get married. She says she feels as though he needs to be a little bit more ambitious. He doesn't have drive, okay? So then we meet Lisa and Brian, and they've been together for 2 years. Lisa is giving Brian an ultimatum, but Brian says that he wants to be a little bit more financially stable. He's not ready just yet to be able to provide for her, okay? So then we meet Ryan and James. So Ryan and James have been together for 7 years. They haven't even dated other people, okay? Now, James said that he doesn't really believe in a one true love. Plus, he's been in school for 5.5 years, so he's not really where he want to be financially to support her, okay? But she don't care about that. She gave him an ultimatum. Either marry me or get up out of here, okay? So then we meet Trey and Ryan. They've been together for 2 years. They live together, and he said that finances are not a problem. So I'm like, so then what's the deal, okay? She says that she wants him to be more romantic, okay? How are you going to give me an ultimatum to marry you, but you're not giving me anything worth marrying, okay? He said that he pulled out all the stops for her. One night, he put the little candles and the rose petals and all this good stuff, and she turned around and was like, it's not a TikTok video. I said, girl, what? And he said he ain't never did nothing else like that ever again. And I believe him because you shut him down. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's giving she just don't want to marry you, Trey. Sorry to break it to you, sir, but that's what it's giving. So Nick Lachey and his wife let them know, hey, this is your last night as a couple. Enjoy it, because after tonight, you guys are going to be single. And y'all already know how the ultimatum work. You're either going to leave here together, engaged, alone, or with somebody else. Baby, I'd rather leave engaged or alone. But if you leave with somebody else, we got a problem. We got a problem, okay? So then out of nowhere, y'all, they doing these little nightly recaps. You know how they do the nightly recaps. We get another couple. And I was sitting here like, that's strange, because we didn't get introduced to them in the beginning. So they're just going to throw Kat and Alex out of nowhere into the mix, okay? Now, Kat and Alex been dating for 2 years, and she is giving him the ultimatum. Based on the conversation that they was having, it just seems like Brian really don't want to be with Kat. I'm not going to hold you. When she asked him, do you think we will leave here engaged? And he was like, that means no, Kat, he don't want you. If he can't really come out his mouth and say that's the plan, to leave out of here engaged, then baby, it's a no. It's giving, it's a no. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So based on Trey and Ryan's conversation on their little nightly recap, you know, it seemed like he's a lot more focused on material things, like I can give you, I can take care of you type of thing. And she's kind of like, I want romance. And I was like, but didn't he give you romance and you shut it down because it wasn't like TikTok? Like, what's going on, okay? Somewhere in this conversation, they start talking about having children, and she's asked him, like, are you comfortable with not having children? If we get married, would you be happy without having children? And he's like, you know, well, I don't really know. Like, I mean, I just want to be with you. And I thought it was very weird how he just still kept pressing, like, let's just get married and we'll figure the rest out later. When it's like, sir, y'all clearly not on the same page. But something about the way that she was crying over not wanting kids makes it seem like it's a lot more deeper than what it is. So then when Roxanne and Antonio are like, you know, doing their little nightly recap or whatnot, she says that she's not sure if she don't believe in marriage or if she just don't want to marry him. And I said, well, baby, if you have to question which one you believe in, I'm just going to go with the fact that you don't want to marry Antonio, okay? She says that she's a workaholic and she wants a little bit of romance, okay? She wants him to, like, you know, let's go out to eat after you work. But instead, it's just like, we just going to chill out in the house or whatever. I feel like she needs somebody who's going to break her away from work and, like, you know, enjoy some time together. I don't see them having real chemistry. They don't seem to match. attached to me, as in like a romantic way at all. Like, I can't even understand why they're in a relationship. So then as Lisa and Brian, spending their last night together or whatever, she's letting him know, like, hey, I want to have some kids. I'm getting a little bit older. And then on top of that, I want to be married before I have kids. So we need to get the ball rolling. It seems like he's making up a lot of different excuses as to why he doesn't want to marry her. She's trying to let him know, like, it doesn't matter about your finances. I'm a 6-figure woman. I can take care of this. Like, don't even worry about none of that. But a part of me also knows that a man needs to be able to provide financially. And if they're not financially stable, they really don't want to be married. That's just a fact. But there are little things that he keeps saying that just makes it feel as though she's just not the one for him. Because if he really wanted to be with her, he would just do it. I'm a strong believer that if a person really wants to be with somebody, they don't have to be convinced to marry them. They are automatically, in some sense, be like, you know what? I love you enough to marry you, even if it's just for you. You know what I mean? Especially if they don't see themselves being with someone else or going anywhere else, okay? So then after Brian and Lisa, had this little conversation and whatnot, they go ahead and make some good old loving, okay? So all of a sudden, Lisa's in the bed crying because homegirl was like, I'm a Mr. D. I'm not about to lose my D, okay? That's some good D right there, okay? Like, as soon as they was done doing it, she had to reevaluate her life. Like, what in the world did I just get myself into? Because, like, I can't imagine this man, kissing someone else, touching someone else, being in a bed with someone else, especially after all that good old loving I got. And then the next morning, we found out that homegirl is jealous and she got anger issues. I said, this ain't gonna be good. Because he told her, like, I don't know, your attitude, the way your attitude set up, how you gonna handle this? She said, I wouldn't bring you here if I couldn't handle myself. I said, that's gonna be interesting to see. That's gonna be real interesting to see, okay? So now all the couples are going on like these little speed dates, okay? And Brian is really trying to get to know Ryan. I said, oh, he ready to cheat already. The way he was talking to her, he was licking his lips and whatnot. I'm like, oh, you better calm down. Cut it out. You're doing way too much now, okay? Lisa over there in the corner trying to keep her composure. I said, she's about to flip. It's about to go down out here, okay? But she kept it cute. Okay? Ryan and Trey are hitting it off, but it kind of seemed like she was a little bit more into him than he was into her, because she looked like she was throwing herself at Trey, okay? And Trey, he was trying to keep it cute. I was like, Trey, if you like what you see what you like, go ahead and do what you got to do. But he was trying to keep it cute, so I ain't mad at him, okay? And that's only because Trey really wanted to go ahead and go talk to Lisa, okay? So when he finally got the chance to go talk to Lisa, he realized that they both got a lot in common and that they both want the same thing. So Antonio and Kat are talking, but in the midst of that, Antonio is trying not to pay attention to Roxanne, but he can't help it, because for one, Roxanne is a people person, and she's over there, ha, loud as hell, okay? So you can't help but look, you can't help it. But I'm not going to hold you. Roxanne holds no substance to me, okay? Because the whole time she's talking to Alex, all she's talking about is work. See me there, work. The whole time. But Alex seems to be like eating it up, because apparently he's an entrepreneur. He knows a thing or two about being a workaholic. I said, child, not two workaholics bonding together. You like to work, I like to work. Great, we're perfect for each other. That's pretty much what it's giving, okay? But it strikes me because when she was in a confessional talking, she said that, I don't know, maybe Alex has opened my eyes up to marriage. I said, yup, she don't want Antonio, because if she wanted to Antonio, it wouldn't take her having a 5-minute conversation with Alex to be convinced that she want to get married. Just saying. So all the singles meet up for like this cocktail mixer, right? And so they sitting down, and then Lisa was eating Brian up for no reason. She was just like, so who you connected with the most? And he was like, they was like, you ain't gotta answer that. And he was like, I ain't gonna answer that. She was like, well, sis, we got the bigger balls over here. I said, Lisa, you need to calm down, sis, because you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot in front of these people you don't know. So they flipped the question back on her, like, so who you feeling? Or who was your best date? And she said that her best date was Antonio, right? So then Ryan said that her and Trey had a really good date. And then Ryan said she had 2 really good dates, but the one she was feeling the most was Brian. Now, Lisa can't take the heat, so she got to get out the kitchen. She like, let me just get up and go get a drink. I need a shot. I said, this is not going to end well. Like, girl, you sit here asking questions you don't want answers to. Why? And Lisa decides that she wants to pull Brian to the side because she wants to talk to him, because she wants to tell him, like, you know, she don't know if this is what they should do. Like, she's just like, it shouldn't be this hard for us to, like, be together. Either we gonna be together or we not. Like, I shouldn't have to bring you here. I shouldn't have to give you an ultimatum. You should just love me enough to marry me. And, you know, he's just sitting there like, but you want us to do this process. We have to do the process. We have to do the process. I said, see, girl, you messed up. You should have never brought that man on this show to sit here and connect with other people, because Brian is really connecting with other people, okay? AKA other people being Raya and Raya only. Lisa calls herself pulling it together and, you know, let him do the process. So he goes to go talk to Raya. Now, him and Raya are having this whole little conversation. And I mean, you could tell that it's chemistry. I think it's more so lust than chemistry, okay? But ultimately, Lisa can't take it. She on the side like, I'm about to go over it. I'm about to go over it. And she wants to go over it. And she's so rude and disrespectful. Like, what y'all talking about? And they like, we talking about, like, connections, da-da-da-da. She's like, well, I'm just saying, like, I brought him here. I brought him here. She's intimidated because she knows that Brian was given an ultimatum, and she knows that Raya was given an ultimatum, which ultimately means that they both kind of want the same thing. They're not really trying to settle down, which to her means we ready to be out here for the streets. And she knows that her man is ready to sling that thing wherever that thing is willing to lay, okay? Which makes me realize that she don't trust that man at all. At all. Because once Raya gets up and leave after Lisa basically made her leave, which was very rude, she goes over and mushes the crap out of daggone Brian. Like, you want to go talk to her? Then go talk to her. And storms out. I said, oh, not domestic violence? What is happening? He goes chasing after her, and she's outside being so disrespectful. Oh, you want the Hooters hoe, and she's a B, and you can't learn nothing from her, and she's not going to challenge you. You just want somebody that you could F, because she easy. You just want somebody that you could F. And I was like, hold up now, because wasn't you the one who brought him on the ultimatum? Why you doing all of this? What's all of this for? Girl, if you can't take it, you should have never brought him here. You knew that the premises of this show was to go ahead and move in with somebody else and have a trial marriage. And you can't take the fact that they having a conversation over there in the corner. Baby, this is the wrong process. Wrong process. So, y'all, let's just go ahead and get into episode 2, because, like, why leave it right there, all right? So, she's still outside yelling and screaming at him and telling him that, you know, she's a Hooters hoe and you can't learn nothing from him, and you want to just sling that D everywhere, and you only wanted to be with her because you know she was going to give it up. She's unhinged, okay? She's like, F you, F you, F you, F you, F her, F you, F you, F her, F you, F them, F this. Okay, she's all over the place, okay? So, she's decided that she's going to leave. Roxanne was inside like, imagine how she gonna act when they move in together. I said, baby, ain't nobody moving in together nowhere. Ain't no way, ain't no how. After all of this, I thought they was leaving right then and there. My homegirl went and jumped in the car. Now, after this, I was like, I think it's fair to say that everybody is feeling it, okay? Everybody's in their feelings, because you got daggone Raya over there going to Trey just like, just give him a hug, okay? She gotta go to the bathroom. She don't understand. She just feel like she not. Everybody is emotional. Okay, and I'm like, y'all wasn't really ready for what the ultimatum is about. Did y'all not watch season 1? Did y'all not watch the Ultimatum Queer Love? Like, y'all just thought this was gonna be games? Oh no, this is no games, baby. Trey even questioning his relationship, because he like, I didn't really know I could connect with someone like this. I said, ooh, child. This cast right here is gonna be all in their emotions, I promise you, okay? So Alex and Roxanne, they go on this little date. And when I tell you that he got her wanting marriage, she all of a sudden is ready for marriage, okay? Because he just gets her to realize that it's not that she doesn't want marriage. She's scared of marriage, okay? And we trying to figure out why, because her parents are married. It's just so cute, because they really getting excited over like paying bills and planning and handling business and whatnot. I'm just sitting here like, I guess two workaholics can be a thing, because they was matching each other's energy for sure, okay? So Antonio and Kat go on a date, and I'm just gonna say it. Antonio talked too damn much, okay? He was just talking and talking and talking. And only thing he wanted to talk about was Roxanne. That man is intimidated by Roxanne, okay? He keeps talking about how much she has and how she's so ambitious and how she's a go-getter and she's a boss and she's this, that, and the other. I know for a fact that I don't want to go out with someone and all they want to talk about is their ex. Like, no. I don't want to talk about her this whole conversation. I want to talk about you. And the fact that he barely asked Kat about her situation just shows that it's kind of like he didn't really care to know anything about him. And I just was like, this isn't giving me romantic. This is giving me friendship. This is giving me therapist, okay? Because all she's saying is something, yeah. And how does that make you feel? I'm like, child, this is going nowhere very fast. So then Raya and James go on a date, and I'm just gonna say it now. James is gonna be head over heels over Raya if they end up together. He has not had enough experience with women to be able to handle a girl like Raya. But he did open up to her when he was talking about losing his dad, and she was just like, you wanna hold hands? And I was like, this is pure. It was something about Raya in that moment that just made me realize that maybe what Brian saw in Raya is that softness, that nurturing side that I don't feel Lisa has. Because I definitely saw it in Raya in that moment with James. And I was sitting here like, whew, this is cute, okay? She basically asked James, did he want to move in with her? He was like, I'm leaning towards that way. And I'm like, yeah, this is cute. And I'm not going to hold you. It was something between them two that I picked up on, and I liked it. I really did like it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, so what about Brian, Raya? What about Brian? She does go meet with Brian, but she tells us that after the mixer, he pulled away from her. I'm like, of course he did, because Lisa's crazy. Okay, he didn't have no choice. He's scared. Okay? Poor Brian was at that bar looking defeated. Okay? He looked like he was sad. Like his whole life had came crashing down before his eyes. Okay? Now they sitting there having this conversation about, finances and whatnot. And of course she says, I want someone that's going to be able to pay the rent or whatever, and I'll take care of the little bills. And she talks about how she's running it up. And I'm like, girl, you work at Hooters. Is you really running it up or what? I'm confused. Now, I'm not going to count your paycheck, baby. Hooters is not giving me, I'm about to run it up, okay? Put it on my tab type of feel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But ultimately, they're having this conversation. And Raya opens up about how she was pregnant 2 years ago and how she never heard the heartbeat. So ultimately, she miscarried. And y'all know I'm pregnant now with my rainbow baby. And I went through a miscarriage right before this one, like a year and a half before I got pregnant again. And it's traumatic. I don't care if you want kids, don't want kids. The process is just still traumatic. And now I understand where the tears came from when she was thinking to herself, like, what if I get pregnant again and I can't carry? Or what if I don't get pregnant again? Like, there's so many different things, that emotions you go through. Because even with my son now that I'm pregnant with, and even though I'm almost, and I only got 3 more months to go, I still get so nervous because after a loss, you always feel like you can lose again. Okay, so I was happy that she really opened up, but it made me wonder, was this baby by Trey? Does he know this? Did she express this to him? Because I would think it'd be very weird to tell this story to Brian and not open up to Trey about it. I don't know. After that conversation, she said that she realized that she's missing an emotional connection. I could have told you that, because looking at her and Trey, like I said, Trey is very, very, very materialistic. And although he did something of a nice gesture, which he felt was romantic, she needs something a little bit more intimate, I feel like. So then Lisa goes to talk to Trey, and she's over there explaining herself. I said, run, Trey. You better run, Trey. Don't stop. Don't look back. The girl crazy. She crazy. He's sitting there talking about something. I kind of like it because it just shows you passionate. You're toxic. You're toxic because, no. This is not what we want. This is not what we want. But Trey's intrigued, okay? He's intrigued. He feels as though, like, if she's willing to do all that for her man, I know that if she's down for me, she's going to be down for me. Trey realized that he has a lot more in common with Lisa and that they kind of like the same person. And now he's starting to question whether or not he really wanted to be with Raya. And I'm like, see, this is why the process is good and bad at the same time, because it helps you realize that maybe, just maybe, the person you with is not your person. But then again, it can F you up completely. And I thought it was very weird that he was telling her how he cared about her already. I said, it hasn't even been a full week yet, because y'all didn't even choose who y'all want to move in with yet. and you over here telling her you care about her. See, I think Trey need to pull it back a little bit. Slow your roll, homeboy. Slow your roll. Because he's sitting there like, you so beautiful. I just like everything about you. And she's returning the compliments. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, two people who gave an ultimatum, who really love their partners, all of a sudden sitting here looking like they falling in love. Okay now. So then after Trey had this amazing conversation with Lisa, he goes to talk to Ryan. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, like, why y'all playing with me like this? Why y'all playing? Now, you know for daggone sure that Trey gonna be with Lisa. It's no way he's gonna want to be with Ryan. So they really just playing with our feelings right now with this conversation. And I'm not gonna hold you. Trey and Ryan really have a nice connection. And I love seeing them interact with each other. But I just couldn't take it serious knowing all the things he just said to Lisa. You know what I mean? It was very strange, like, very strange. But I figured out why it happened the way it happened, okay? Because now we got to make a choice table. And we realized that we missing a couple. And I was like, oh, this is why Kat and Alex was brought in randomly out of nowhere. Oh, this is why Trey had that conversation with Ray after he's poured out his heart to Lisa. Okay. Nick Lachey tells us that Brian and Lisa not here because she took a pregnancy test and she pregnant. I said the lies that girl is not pregnant. She just don't want to lose her man, okay? Where's the pregnancy test at, sis? Where's it? Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was sitting like, I don't believe it, I don't trust it, I don't believe it, I don't trust it. I promise y'all after this, it's gonna be no follow-up. We ain't gonna hear nothing. We ain't gonna see no baby, no nothing, okay? Now, I'm sorry if she really is pregnant for saying all this, but I gotta get it off my chest. Something's telling me that she just didn't want to lose her man. I'm sorry, okay? And that's episode 1 and 2, y'all. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think about these first 2 episodes, okay? Make sure you hit that subscribe button because episode 3 and 4 are coming right up after this. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.